Morphegenix podcast is it's a podcast that interviews or talks with and has discussions with people in the agribusiness as well as the food industries. So our aim is to have discussions and interviews with people doing interesting things in those industries. So I'm very happy to have you as a guest today on the podcast.
And who is your client base or typical client, Chris?
Yeah, we're getting a long list now. Everything from municipalities that are expressing interest for Sprout AI to deliver on their long-term goals. As you're aware, there are a number of cities around the world now that are setting a 2030 target, for example, of reducing their imported leafy green microgreens by X%. There's cities that are reducing by 30% by 2030. One city in particular, that's 150 million tons of food, leafy green microgreen that has to be produced within a city that doesn't have a lot of free real estate. So using high density indoor cultivation is the only way to go. All the way out to, we'll call them research and developers who are trying to stabilize a product, a medical grade product that they want to be able to do a 2 or maybe even a 3-year medical study on. And stabilizing the plant is not easy. And if it doesn't stabilize, then they can't claim that it was actually even a test using the same medicine, right? In between, we have what we'll call, like in Zimbabwe, a facility that's 58,000 square feet that will be running a minimum 3 shifts to get to the point of full operations within 3 years. That has the options to doing whatever the market wants. And being able to handle anyone in between helps a lot. We have northern communities in some countries that had experienced lack of food during the initial COVID shutdowns of airplanes. At that time, in Canada, for example, northern Canada, getting food from Argentina, Chile, Mexico stopped. And that's where they got their food during the winter. So being able to cultivate within their community or within their First Nations reserve to supply not just their people, but local projects, mines, for example, or oil and gas, being able to feed them is something that obviously we're very interested in pursuing, and those projects are developing slowly but nicely.
Chris, thank you so much for your time. It's been wonderful talking to you. I think you are a breadth of information. This I could have sworn it was like a 5-minute discussion.
Well, I love the topic, and I really appreciate the opportunity, Tinashe. I love your podcast, and I love the fact that you're getting this information out to the globe. Always a pleasure.
Thank you so much for watching. If you found this information useful, please click the like button, and please subscribe to receive new information from the food and agribusiness industry. Thank you. Goodbye.